up, everybody? We're back here for another episode of Track Life. I'm your host, Brian Wagner, here on Dragzine.com. We are at the beautiful Summit Motorsports Park here in Norwalk, Ohio for the Ford NMRA event. And if you are a lover of blue oval action, you got to come to one of these events. There is so much cool stuff here. They got, some fast heads-up cars and stuff like that, but it's a lot of the non-heads-up cars that are really cool. Shot a Capri this weekend that was pretty badass. All kinds of cool, rarish Fords, Mavericks, all kinds of stuff. And the neat thing about NMRA events is it's very enthusiast-driven. Their True Street class is huge. All kinds of really cool cars, and people, bringing their brand new Mustangs out here and other Ford products and beating on them, EcoBoost trucks, it doesn't matter. That's what the sport's all about. That's what's awesome about the NMRA is they provide enthusiasts with a place to do race car stuff. There's a cool car show. We'll check that out. I'm gonna grab some interviews here in the pits, so sit back and enjoy this episode of Dragzine Track Life, NMRA Norwalk. I talked about earlier the cool variety you see at an NMR race, and Bob Dill here has one of my favorite vehicles because it just checks every box for loud, fast, and dangerous. It's a giant orange Ford Lightning. Bob's the reigning champ. Bob, what do you got in this thing? Because it looks pretty gnarly when it heads down the track.
Well, it's a 2001 Ford Lightning. It has the 5.0 Coyote motor in it.
Nice.
It's fully built up to 1,500 horsepower. It has a turbo 88 on it, single turbo, and I run ethanol E98 in it. And the fastest it went 8.8 in down in Florida last year. This year it's went 890s quite a few times.
How much does this thing weigh?
It weighs 3,800 without me in it.
Over 3,800 pounds, running 890s in a refrigerator box. That's awesome. What possessed you to decide to go NMRA drag racing with a full-size truck?
Well, it was just something, I've had Mustangs and that, but I just like the sturdy feel of the truck. It's just fun. And the faster you go, the more fun it is. I mean, it's solid. It never, very seldom does it turn sideways, and if it does, I can correct it most of the time. So it's a great ride.
So it's basically in there, just chilling, doing your taxes, hanging out, banging out 8-second passes?
Absolutely. I just make sure I have all my straps on as tight as I can, and away we go.
And it's got to be one heck of a rush with something like this, because it leaves it rolls out pretty hard down the track, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It'll pick the wheels 4 to 6 inches up, but it sets down and goes straight as an arrow most of the time.
And that's important because, I personally like my trips down the track like I like my airplane flights, uneventful.
Absolutely.
Because the last thing you want to do when you're piloting something this big is to start having to make a lot of inputs, because I'm sure that's when things get weird in a hurry.
Absolutely.
And, I talked to another gentleman who won the Ford Muscle title. What was it like for you to win a national championship in the NMRA in the Ford Lightning truck class?
It was a dream come true. It took me 30 years to even win a race, so it was very special, still is special. Even this year, I've had some issues with the truck, and so you realize just how hard it is to get to that point. So at least I made it one time anyhow.
And that's part of the raw emotion, I think, of drag racing and what guys like. Like you said, to win a local event is big. To win a national event is huge. To win a national championship, that's a whole nother level, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I won the Super Bowl 4 times, so I have 5 rings with the championship ring, which is unheard of for me. I mean, I was so happy to get 1 ring.
So you're chasing Tom Brady right now. You're gonna have a handful of rings, right?
Well, that would be nice. Yes.
That's the goal. Is you want to run out of fingers, don't you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Bob, your truck is awesome. Thanks for talking to us, and we're gonna have more here from the 4 NMRA Nationals at Summit Motorsports Park. Here at Summit Motorsports Park, David Moorman. David, you got the #1 on your car, the big target on your back, Ford Muscle. And what's awesome is that we were talking, and you got in this class because it's all about getting where you can fit in, right?
That's it.
What do you like about Ford Muscle and about racing with the NMRA?
I actually like the people the best, the friends you make and the families, and just it's great. It's a lot of fun. I mean, it's just like everybody's family. So I think the people made me come back. I mean, obviously the competition is fun to compete. It's I love it.
And you've had this car for a while, right?
Yeah, so 17.
17 years old. You still got it to this day. You're still racing it. What makes this car so fun for you to race?
Because I pretty much redid it and rebuilt it all myself and repainted it and just took it all apart, put all new metal in it, welded it myself, painted it, just everything. Did a lot of work myself. I've had help with motors and things like that, but I just love it. I loved the car when I was even younger than that, and it's about 84 when I bought the car, and I just been pride and joy.
So it's just like a lot of times with racing, it's about the journey of building and racing the car and the whole thing, right?
Yeah, it's incredible. It's an awesome experience.
Yeah, and what was it like winning a championship? Because a lot of people, I think they really underestimate what it takes to win a national championship, because that's not an easy task.
No, it's a lot of hard work and a lot of help from a lot of people, a lot of friends, it's just a lot of hard work, a lot of traveling.
And what was it like for you, as being a part of the deal, to get, at the end of the year, to get to raise that trophy and accept that? What was that like?
Pretty exhilarating. It was a lot of fun, especially with the friends and family around. It meant a lot. I won the year after my dad passed. He used to come racing, and he absolutely loved it. He was a great encouragement and a great help with the car. And I wish he could have got to see it, but it was a lot of fun. It's just a wonderful experience in life.
Well, speaking of fun, I see everybody around us in your class getting ready to heads up,
Yep,
so
we're getting ready to go.
Let's get you make a hit. We'll have more here at Track Life at NMRA Norwalk.
Thank you.
What's up? We're here in the pits with Kevin McMullan. I'm going to call him Hollywood McMullan because the last time I saw this car, it was hanging half in and half out of the park at Bowling Green. And that was kind of a wild ride, wasn't it, Kevin?
Oh, it was a shit show. Absolutely. Yeah, we came off the two-step, unloaded one of the tires, went hard left and put it on the side, then basically flipped over the wall and rode it like a skateboard for 200 yards.
Yeah, and that's, you want to make the highlight reel, but that's not how you want to do it, is it?
No, not at all. I mean, yeah, it's all no bad press, but that was a long winter in terms of repair and getting it back to where it's race ready. It took a lot of effort and a lot of long nights.
What'd that sound like in the car? I'm sure that was amazing.
I couldn't actually hear it over my screams, so I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, because I was working on our project car, Evil, and I heard the chaos back in the pits. I was like, someone's having a bad day. And I walked over, I got on the radio, I'm like, guys, there's a car half off the track. It's gonna be a while. You know, that was rough.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Like I said, we slid for a while, and it happened so quick that I never even took my foot off the gas. I've gone back and looked at the race pack data, and it wasn't so much because I didn't take my foot off, but my lower body was flailing, and I needed to brace myself, but it just stayed on the gas pedal. So, yeah, bad day at the office.
Fair enough. And then flash forward to here at Norwalk, and might have been Q1, you decided to put on an air show once again. And when that car came back down, I was standing trackside, and that's like the level of thud you never want to hear, right?
No, it was loud, but I'll tell you what, we crawled under it. In terms of damage, there actually wasn't any. Everything was exactly how it should be, which is what you want to see. You know, we got good equipment under there, and it did its job. You know,
it's like I always say, wheelies are fun for everybody that doesn't have to work on the car or pay for the car, right?
Absolutely, yeah. I don't think people realize when you beat on your cars, like we do in this class, the amount of abuse they take. And we basically go through the entire undercarriage, every race, looking at every bolt, making sure it's not bent, making sure it's not loose, because these things really do take a beating.
Oh yeah, because in Coyote stock, you guys are not kind to your vehicles at all.
No, we launch these things off the two-step at 7,700 RPM. We're shifting them at 7,600 RPM, and they don't go below 5,000.
I think the Ford Performance guys, I see them walking around here, I think they're just going, wow, they really do that. Like, they're amazed at what you guys do.
They spent quite a bit of time in our pit yesterday, and they're definitely fans of the class, which makes it better. But for a couple of them, it was the first time they'd actually seen it live. So they came down from Detroit yesterday, spent the day with the class, and they're fans for life now.
And then additionally, you had the big wheel stand, you had to fix it, and you can see it in the background there a little bit. Y'all got a trophy, right?
We got a trophy. So we did real well in St. Louis last month, made it to the finals. And unfortunately, as we were getting ready to run the final, it rained. So they ended up postponing the event to here in Norwalk. We finished the final last night. And I was lucky enough to take the W and get the trophy and got the Super Bowl ring to go with it.
Makes it all worth it, right?
It really did. Like I said, long winter, but paid off.
There you have it, folks. Pay attention at home. You bust your ass, you blow stuff up, but you can still pick up the win.